Hi guys, it's Amy with A to Z Stamping, and today I'm going to put together another really quick scrapbook page. So I had 6 photos. Let me grab them right here. That were 3x5 photos. These are actually really old. This is my baby brother, and this was his first birthday, and he just turned 24. So these pictures are pretty old, and remember when pictures used to come as 3x5s? So I had 6 3x5 photos, and I kept 2 as 3x5, and then 4 of them I cut down to, let's see, I cut them down to 2 1/4 by 3, the other 4, and I'll show you how I'm putting this together. So I started with a 12x12 sheet of soft sky cardstock, and then I used the, I forget what this is called, I think the ribbon border punch, and I punched all the way around a 12x12 sheet of Daffodil Delight cardstock to get this little border, and then I just glued that down with some multi-purpose glue. And then I had the middle sheet left in my 12x12 Daffodil Delight, so I'm just gonna stick some adhesive on this. I've got some, sorry, I'm moving over here because there's still a little bit of wet glue, and I don't want to get it on the front. Okay, I'm just throwing things everywhere. Okay. So I'm going to place that right in the center here. Now my ribbon border is not perfect, but I don't even care. I'm okay with that. I think overall it looks pretty good, so I was happy with it. See, my corner there is not perfect, but that's all right. All right, so, okay, I didn't even lay that on there straight. You know what? We're just going to have to live with it because it's on there. Okay. So there we go. All right, and then I have a piece of Designer Series paper, and this is from the Birthday Memories suite. So this paper comes well in lots of colors, but the Pacific Point is the background. There's all different colors. I'm pulling out the pumpkin pie, the soft skies obviously are background, and then the Daffodil Delight. And I think that's about it, yeah, that I'm pulling out from that. The other side actually has this cute birthday paper. So if you like birthday paper, this Birthday Memories paper kind of reminds me of like birthdays from the 70s. I don't know, it's kind of fun. All right, so I have this piece here that I have cut down to, let's see, what did I cut it down to? It is 4 1/4, and I believe by 10 1/2. So 4 1/4 by 10 1/2. And I'm gonna stick this down right up here. The thing about scrapbook pages is I used to spend, forever, hours on each layout. And then I realized that's silly. I don't need to spend that much time on each layout. It's more important that I get my books done. So that's why I like to show you guys how quick and easy it is to do them. Okay, so I'm gonna put that right there. And I'm gonna grab these 2 photos. And again, I just left them as standard 3x5 photos. And I'm gonna get my adhesive on the back here. My snail adhesive, okay. And I'm gonna put this one on right here. That is my mom. And then I think that's my cousin Cameron. And I'm not sure, but I think that might be me sitting in the background. Again, I love these old pictures right there because that looks like a shorts jumpsuit with some kind of flowers on that. Can you see that? That's fantastic. Where did all these clothes go? I don't even remember. I seriously don't even remember that outfit. And maybe that's not me, but who knows? Okay, there we go. My brother and I are the bookends of the family. I was born first, he was born last, and we're 18, almost 19 years apart. So, you know, and then there's a sister right in the middle. Okay, so there's those 2 pictures. Then I'm going to take, I have a piece of pumpkin pie cardstock, and this was just a standard 8.5 by 11 piece of cardstock, and I cut it down to 2 by 11. And then I'm going to take my triple banner punch here, and I'm going to punch both ends to give it a cute little banner. All right, so 1, and let me put the other end in, and 2, okay. And the neat thing about the triple banner punch is it can do 2-inch, 1.5 inch, or 1 inch widths, and they can be as long as you want your banners. So I'm going to put this on right here. Let me get some adhesive. And mine is scored right in the center, at 5.5 because I wanted to be able to see exactly where the center is. So I'm going to put this on here. All right, like so. And then, as I mentioned before, these last 4 pictures I cut down to 2 by 3. And let's go ahead and get adhesive on all of these. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and 1, 2. I got glue all over my hands, and so now I'm sticking to everything. Okay, so I'm going to go with this one right here up against this score line. That way I know it's right to the left of the center. And I want these just to be centered to this banner. Okay. So there he is checking out the cake. He's starting to eat the cake. I'm going to put these right up next to each other. He's not sure he likes the cake. I'm sure I shoved some cake in his mouth or something so he would see what it was all about. There's my mom first showing him the cake. So cute. Seriously. It really was the best having a baby brother. Okay. There we go. Now I just need a couple more things. So I used the birthday delivery stamp set. This is what coordinates with that Birthday Memories suite. And these images are only at 60%, so they're actually way bigger than this. And it does come with a set of framelits. But I used this banner right here, and I stamped this in pumpkin pie and the, what else did I stamp? It's Your Big Day. And see how it's already shaped like that to fit perfectly on this banner. And I'll show you what that looks like right here. So I stamped the banner, and then I stamped the It's Your Big Day, and then I cut it out with the framelit. And I just stamped that on Whisper White cardstock. And I've already stuck some dimensionals on the back. 1, 2, and 3. Okay. And I'm going to stick this right here. It's your big day. All right. Then I'm going to grab, and again, I think I said I used pumpkin pie ink. Okay. And then I'm going to grab some enamel dots. So I have some enamel dots here in Pumpkin Pie and in Pacific Point. So that would be, they're both from the Brights collection. So these actually would come together. When you buy the enamel shapes, you get all of the colors, all of the 10 colors in that family. And so you get the small dots, the bigger dots. You see those hearts and stars in each color. Looks like one of my stars got wild up here. Okay, so I'm going to take some of the dots here, and I'm going to, let me grab my, I'm actually going to grab my paper piercing tool. Actually, I'm going to use these bigger size dots, not the teeny tiny ones, so that they're kind of the same size as those. And I'm going to go 1, 2, and 3. Let me start with 3 and see how I like that. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I like that. And then on the bottom, I'm going to do the Pacific Point. That's the color here. So let's go 1. You don't have to use the paper piercing tool, but sometimes my hands are covered in glue. And so if you don't have fingernails or your hands are covered in glue or whatever, sometimes it's easier to use this tool to grab these. Okay, 1, 2, 3. And then finally, my very last thing I need to do is my journaling. So I have a Pumpkin Pie Stampin' Write marker here. And I'm going to write, let's see, where should I write? I'm going to write right up here. I'm going to write Preston turns 1. And this was, let's see, I'm going to put the date right here. June 14th, 1994. And I have no idea if his birthday party was on his birthday, but his birthday is June 14th. And there you go. There's my cute layout. Can you guys see that? So simple and quick. And look at that. It actually didn't take very long at all, and it looks good. Oh, one last thing. I always forget to tell you guys on my scrapbook layouts. So Stampin' Up! Does have page protectors. And these are legitimately the ones I use. I've actually always used these, even way before I was a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I really like their page protectors. The 12 by 12 paper fits in here perfectly. And I got glue on the front of this one, so they actually come very clear. So anyway, I put all of my layouts. I do 2 layouts in each one, back to back. And then these are what I put in my album. See how easily that 12 by 12 slides in there? And anyway, so there we go. So there's my whole page, and it's ready to go into my album. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this quick scrapbook layout. Check out my Facebook page. It's A2Z Stamping, and it's a group. If you look up A2Z Stamping, it might take you to my old page, and that's fine because right there at the top, it has a link to the group. So anyway, find me there, and make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thanks, guys. Bye.